Studio production begins in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello and welcome to another edition of the Community Foundation Spotlight. And I'm here today with Creig Twilley, and we welcome you, as we all do, to PAC14. And we'll be having an exciting discussion today with Creig about PAC14. So Creig, why don't you tell us a little bit about, before we get into the discussion of PAC14 and what it does and all that, why don't you tell us a little bit about you, your background, what your role is here at the station, and how you became involved.
Okay. Well, first of all, Doug, I want to welcome you to PAC14.
Thanks.
It's always good to have the Community Foundation here.
We love to be here.
Okay, I got my start in this business way back and worked for Maryland Public Television. Was one of my first jobs, and I really like public television. And that was in Baltimore. And after a couple of years, I moved on to another video position, corporate video. And I like video. Finally came time to get married, settle down, have children, and I grew up here on the Eastern Shore in Wicomico County, and I decided that, I want to raise my family here on the shore. So we moved back to the shore in 1992, and in 1998, this position became available. Public access had just started then. And applied for it. And it's a perfect fit for me because you can give back to the community. It's not commercial television. It's nonprofit television. And it kind of blends in with my public television experience with MPT. It's a perfect fit.
So it was a great fit.
Absolutely.
And we're glad we have you.
Well, we're glad to be here.
I know a lot of people know this, but you might be surprised the number of people that don't understand what PAC means. So it's Public Access Channel.
PAC14 is Public Access Channel. And we're on Channel 14 on Comcast, in the Comcast lineup.
So there you go. So tell us a little bit about what PAC14 is really all about. What's its mission, and what does it do, and how does it serve?
Well, PAC14, it's in the name, really. We've got a long mission statement, and I'm not even going to read that to you, because we're going to shorten it.
Okay.
But basically, it's in our name. We're Public Access Channel. We are here for the community. We're really a community asset. We're here to work with the community. Sometimes I tell people we're like a hub and a wheel, and we're connected to every nonprofit, every community member.
Agency.
Yeah, we are nonprofit, so we don't serve for-profits, but we'll come to that later. We do have some partnerships, and we can talk about that later. But we're here to serve the public. If you're 18 or older, Wicomico County resident, our mission is to train you to do your own programming. So you have access to local media. And we will train you in our free workshop, get you started. We provide you with cameras, editing equipment, and the channel to get your message out. So basically, you have a message, you have a story. We have one saying, it's your community, your story, your channel. We belong to the community.
That's lovely.
But we're here, and we're here to help. So anybody can come in, 18 years or older, sign up, we'll get you started.
I bet you it would be fun to learn how use the camera and the editing equipment and all of that. I mean, it's a great learning experience there for you, I would think.
Well, I've been doing it since I was about 18. And
just a couple years back, right?
Yeah, I started before the Civil War.
That's lovely.
And I love it, and I love to teach it. And our staff here, Tom Taylor and Nate Williams, love to teach it. And people come in and they're nervous about it initially. Some people have never really used a camera. They come in and we can teach them from the ground up how to use the camera, how to edit the footage, and how to make it work. It's like anything. Your first show is probably not going to be your best, but you start basics.
A learning curve.
You start, but the curve is easy because we're here to hold your hand to help you get started.
That's great.
But we've had, like, one gentleman, and I'll mention his name, I don't think he'd mind, Kaya Amajoy, started about 6 years ago, not knowing anything about it. Now he does a weekly show, and he has guests all over the country. He does some Skype, but he started out in his first show. If you looked at his first show now compared to what he's doing now, you'd see amazing difference.
I bet so.
And we're very proud of Kai. He's a great local producer.
Good. How's PAC14 funded? Where do you get your money from? How do you live day to day?
Well, it's a good question. Historically, public access is funded through franchise fees that the local municipality, in this case the city of Salisbury and Wicomico County, collect from Comcast for using the public right-of-ways to run their cable. And the city funds us through that, and the county in some aspects funds us through that, but they both provide our basic funding, and they've both been great partners for, I've been here 15 years, so for I guess 17 years almost, they've been great partners with this project. And of course things change, the economy's been a little strange recently. So they asked us to try to start funding ourselves as much as we could, because you never know. The federal is pulling from the state, and the state funding has dried up a lot from the county and local municipalities. So we're trying to help fund ourselves, and we do that. Donations, you can donate on our website, and we also had just started a fund with the Community Foundation.
Which we'll get to.
Okay, don't want to spoil the
No,
fun.
we're going to build up some excitement.
Okay.
And then you'll unleash.
But you can go to our website. Anytime,
Right.
www.pac14.org. Or if you just enter pac14.org on Google or PAC14, you'll come to our website. There's a Donate Now button on our website. You can come see us. We're at Power and Wayne Street on the East Campus of Salisbury University. But the Donate Now, you can set up a monthly donation. It can be one-time donation. We are also forming partnerships with local businesses to help us, where, for example, the Chamber of Commerce is now doing a show called Chamber Chat.
Good.
And I know you've seen it.
I have seen it.
And we were recently both at a nice chamber event.
Yes.
Yeah,
We certainly were.
yes, it was a great event. And the chamber is a great example of a partner where they're bringing in guests, and they're helping, they're a partnership, and they're helping to fund us through donations through their partnerships with local businesses. So
it sounds like you're really working hard in that regard to develop relationships with people, and to also to encourage people not only to use your facilities, but that there is a need for them to, if you want to get the benefit of having PAC14 in our community doing the great work that it does, guess what? It's great. We do receive sort of funding, but we need to pony up.
It's not enough to.
It's not a freebie.
Really to keep us going in the long term. And basically, we're here for the community. If the community does not utilize PAC14, if the community does not support PAC14, then we won't be here. And we don't want to see that happen. So we encourage people to go to our website. They can click on About, find out how to contact us. It's pac14.org. There's Donate Now, all kinds of ways. But we just go to our website, check it out. There's a lot of good stuff on there too.
Oh, sure.
I'd like to get to that too.
We're on there.
Okay.
Hey, listen, what kinds of, we talked about the Chamber. What other kinds of organizations utilize the services of PAC14, or that you serve in terms of PAC14?
Do you know how many nonprofits there are basically in Wicomico? 300 and some, I think, or over 300 probably. I'm not sure the number, but I'd say half of them, at least half of them, have a relationship with PAC14. For example, actually, I want to back up. PAC14 Public Access Channel. We're a PEG channel, Public Education and Government. That's what the PEG stands for. So of course we're partners with the county and the city. We do the city-county meetings. We do live and then replays. We are partners with Humane Society of Wicomico County. They do we air a show every day. They come in every 2 weeks, but the show airs every day. We do a gardening show with the University of Maryland.
There you go.
We do Crime Solvers with Wicomico County Sheriff, and that's a very popular show, and they said it's been very beneficial for them.
Good.
We've worked with United Way, Salisbury Zoo, Wicomico County Library, Habitat for Humanity. Just stop me.
You name it, it's probably been
if
in
it's
here,
a nonprofit in Wicomico, we have probably worked together.
That's terrific. How would anyone who wants to have a program go about doing it? What's the process for them to go through to get that done?
Well, back to our website, PAC14.org.
Yeah.
You can click on producers, and at the top of the page, and then there's a free workshop. So that's the first step. You come to our free workshop, and that's usually the third Monday of every month.
Okay, the third Monday of every month. The free workshop, where and when? I mean,
It's 6 p.m. It's here at PAC14.
6 p.m.,
It's
okay.
always 6 p.m. It's always on Monday. Usually,
right.
typically the third Monday. Sometimes months get a little confused, but you can go to our website and find out what Monday, or call us.
Right.
Anytime. And my number is 410-546-3670.
Very good.
Again, on the website. What happens in the workshop is you get a basic understanding of, well, what is PAC14? What is my role in PAC14? How do we work together? What's the next step?
Right.
So that's step one. Stop by and visit us.
Right.
We'll get you signed up for the workshop, but it's easy to sign up online.
Great. I just want to remind our viewers, you're watching the Community Foundation Spotlight on PAC14. I'm Doug Wilson, your host. I'm the president and CEO of the Community Foundation. And we have Creig Twilley with us today. And we're talking about PAC14, interestingly enough, and learning all kinds of new and interesting things. So now I want to get into the meat of this whole thing, really. And that is that PAC14 recently partnered with the Community Foundation and has started a fund. Why don't you tell us about what's going on in your plans for future fundraising and the need, blah, blah, blah.
Well, it's kind of a coincidence, but this is 2014, and we love the number 14.
Yes, I bet so.
So it's the year of the PAC.
Right. There you go.
And that's going to be our fundraising logo and slogan with the Community Foundation. What we've started is an endowment with the foundation.
Right.
And of course, you could tell everybody more about this than I can, but basically it's for the future of PAC14
Right.
and perpetuity, because we want PAC14 to be in this community as long as the community's here, which I'm hoping is forever, for
Right.
a very, very long time. So what we're doing is with the Community Foundation, once you build up an endowment fund, there's a certain percentage of that fund that comes back to the organization.
That's correct.
So what we're doing starting this year with PAC14 is we're having $14 for 14 months. We'd like to get 1,400 people. Now, if we can get 1,400 people, that's $274,000. $274,400.
You did that in your head.
Well, yeah, you can check my math on that, and the fund has to build up. It has to build up to a fairly good level before the returns. But we're looking out at the future and the long-term view, because again, we want PAC14 to survive.
Right.
You never know what the economic situation is going to be for municipalities.
No.
We just want to be sure that this is here at PAC14 that is here for the community.
Right.
The way to donate to that, now that's separate from our daily operations funding, which we need as well.
Right.
This is to say, okay, if you want to leave a legacy for PAC14, and we're calling it a legacy donation. In fact, it's
Lovely.
called a legacy member.
Good.
For example, I just donated $196 to PAC14, and I'm a legacy member, and that's I just did it all at once. Instead of $14 a month, that's how it's done. Now I gave that to the Community Foundation, but you can go onto the Community Foundation website under their How to Give, and I believe it says How to Give and Donate, and you can type in PAC14, and then that will go directly into the PAC14
Gotcha.
endowment fund.
Endowment fund. Absolutely.
So you can tell me how I did with explaining how the Community
You
Foundation...
did very well.
Oh, good.
You did. Endowment funds are what the Community Foundation is really all about, and frankly, what community foundations are all about.
Right.
And what that is a fund that donors start, and when it gets up to a certain level, which in our case is $10,000,
Okay. Right.
then the organization or the beneficiary of that endowment starts to receive interest income from it.
Right.
And the difference between what we give back to the organization, the beneficiary, I'll call it, and what the actual returns were, that goes back in to build up the endowment fund. So,
Right.
for example,
Right.
you could have a $10,000 endowment fund start receiving interest payments, 5% a year off of that. But at the end of 25 years, your endowment fund is no longer $10,000. It's now $20,000 plus what you've been receiving. And you keep it in perpetuity, and it continues to fund and help out these organizations. And we have lots of endowment funds that do just that for beneficiaries like PAC14. So, and we love to have organizations, a lot of nonprofit organizations such as yourselves, begin to start endowment funds for their own future, because that's how they're going to protect themselves long term.
And that's what we're doing. And of course, your website is cfes.org.
cfes.org.
People can go to your website.
They sure can.
Your staff is listed there and can contact
Call
the staff. Any questions? Call CFES, call PAC14. But with the CFES fund, the planned giving is also a big part of that, I believe, where people can decide, I really like what this organization, say PAC14, is doing for the community. So they can plan to donate to that fund, to our...
one of the real great benefits is that we have a terrific group of donors. I mean, we have a lot of donors. We have a lot of business donors. We have a lot of family donors. We have a lot of individual donors. We have a lot of organizations, not-for-profits, that donate. And and we have a newsletter called The Pillar.
Yes, we have it on our bulletin board.
You do. and one of the great things is because you can enhance the awareness of PAC14 or any organization with our donors. And they could decide, this is really a great organization. I watch PAC14 religiously. I really believe in what they do. I'm going to start designating some of my returns to PAC14. That can happen.
And that brings up a good point, Doug. One of our PAC14 friends is Carol Steffi with the Spirit of Esther. And just as we got the fund started, she stepped up to the plate with a $1,000 donation, which really got our campaign kicked off. And she's a wonderful partner with PAC14.
Great. Absolutely. So the big hope is you're going to have $14 a month.
$14 a month.
For 14 months.
14 months.
And you're looking for 1,400 donors.
1,400 donors would give us $296,000, which would be a great start.
Which would be a wonderful start. I mean, that would generate some significant returns to you on an annual basis, which then you could then use to, maintain yourself, buy new equipment, whatever it is you need.
Keep our equipment updated.
Exactly.
Just serve the public. We provide our workshops. It helps pay for the staff. Again, some of our equipment is getting long in the tooth.
It is?
Yes. So we're always...
Like us?
Well, yes.
Okay.
But we're still very vivacious.
Absolutely.
And we need it to serve the public. We have our particular position in the community is television. So it's not necessarily cheap.
No.
You have to provide the equipment. You have to have the tools. Any organization needs the tools to provide the service that they provide to the community.
That's right.
So this would help us keep those tools up to date. And eventually, down the road, we'd like to have our own media center where a hub, where even the library, the local radio station, the National Public Radio Station, we could all be together. There's all kinds of ideas, but that's...
Now, what's going on back here?
Doug, I think you're referring to the production facility for WSCL, WSDL. They have moved to the East Campus from Crothers Hall because Crothers Hall, as you probably know, is going to be torn down soon. So now we're neighbors.
Well, that's been in the past couple of months. That's gone up.
Just beginning of 2014. So,
yeah.
They're good neighbors. We're glad to have them here, and we're looking forward to that relationship.
That's fantastic. So once again, let's not let our viewers miss anything. You can go right on your own website, www.pac14.org.
Correct.
Right?
Yes. There's a donate now at the bottom of the page.
Right.
Also under on our webpage, you can connect to your organization, to the community foundation. There's a link to your website.
Right. So we want to encourage people to not only give directly to help fund operations now, but to secure the long-term well-being
survival of PAC14.
Survival of PAC14. Jump on our website, www.cfes.org. where you have initiated an endowment fund to,
Brand new.
to do exactly that.
Year of the PAC.
Yep.
Now, I do want to say, when it's
Yeah.
2015, we're not going to stop.
That's probably 1,500 people.
It'd be 1,500 people, and it'd
Yeah.
be the year of the PAC plus one.
Yeah,
So
cool.
we'll keep going.
Yeah.
And Doug, I do want to mention as
Yeah.
well that on our website, there's a lot of very interesting, community-friendly things that people can find.
Right.
We have a video on demand channel now where people can go and see their favorite programs, or if they missed a program,
They can-
say if they missed a city or county council
I've
meeting
used
live.
that. Yep.
Video on demand right on our homepage. There's
Right.
a link right there. We have our programs listed on PAC14, what's coming up, because we program sometimes just a day ahead, because we change programs all the time. So we're not like a week out. You're going to see it could be a new program every day, and that's our hope.
Right.
But we do a lot of repeats, and that's one of our strengths. If you missed it, one day, you've always got another day to see it.
Right.
We also have a YouTube channel and a Facebook page.
Lovely.
So I invite everybody to go to our website. You can click on our Facebook page, YouTube, video on demand. Just check it out. There's a lot of tools on the PAC14 website.
It's chock full of information as well, community-wide. You know,
Yes.
not just about PAC14
we have
or anything.
links. We have
links.
also community links to
Right.
to the government, to health organizations. Where
Right.
health department is another great partner. I don't want to leave them out. They've been wonderful. PRMC, then there's of course the government agencies and all the nonprofits that
Great.
we've worked with.
All right. Before we sign off, one last shot. Is there anything else you want to tell everybody? Want to give them your telephone number?
Yes, you can reach me at 410-546-3670, or go to the website pac14.org, pac14.org. All our contact information is there. I want to emphasize, though, we're here for the community.
Right.
We are here. It's about the community, so we need the community to come in.
Right.
We need what we call local producers. We need people who want to do a program of their own, and they're thinking they can't do it, but they can do it.
And it'd be fun.
It's fun. This is their channel.
Right.
We want them to utilize it.
That's fantastic. Creig, it's been a pleasure.
Thank you, Doug.
You know, you guys are great. We think you're wonderful. We love you, and such a great thing for the community. And I hope people will take it seriously that they need to support Public Access Channel 14
Well, thank
as
you.
we move forward.
We're very proud of what we've been able to accomplish.
Yes.
We're very thankful for our community support. It's been wonderful.
Good. Well, anyway, this is Doug Wilson, President and CEO of the Community Foundation, along with Creig Twilley, signing off, and we look forward to seeing you again in another episode, and Happy New Year to everyone. Good day.
Would you like to see your community organization or nonprofit group featured on PAC14? To get started, contact us at 410-677-5014 or visit our website at www.pac14.org. PAC14 is a great way to connect with your community.